Hi, everybody. Welcome to the September 8th, 2000 edition of Colorado Inside Out Postgame, a special web-exclusive production here on Channel 12. I'm Patricia Calhoun, sitting in for Dominic Dezzutti. Let's get a quick take on Denver's Bond Initiative campaign, which begins this Saturday and will urge voters to approve funding for dozens of repair and improvement projects throughout the city. In fact, $937 million will go toward transportation and mobility, a new outpatient health clinic, and cultural facilities if funding is approved by voters this November. Natasha Gardner, 5280 Articles editor. What do you think of a $1.3 million campaign on this, and what are the odds in November?
I think the odds are actually pretty good. You know, when I first moved to Denver and was reporting on it, the city, and just kind of getting a sense of things, I remember, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody told me that bonds never die. And as I've lived here, I couldn't agree more. Bonds never quite die, and that's the case with this one too. It sort of takes a tax that's already existing and sort of revives it to pay for these projects. But when you look at the list of projects, if you love this city, it's hard to say no to many of these. I mean, they're really ambitious things that can make this city a better place. You know, money for cultural institutions, money for libraries. These are things that I love and adore about Denver, and if we can improve them, it seems like that's a good bit. And I think that's what they're relying on. That's how they'll sell it to people.
And Roger Hudson, political consultant. These are coming on top of the National Western Center,
Correct.
on top of the Denver International Airport Terminal project.
$1 billion.
So do you think Denver voters might say enough's enough?
I really do. I much love to Natasha. I'll be your Boris today. I have a real problem with that, mainly because I think it's a poorly run campaign. $1.3 million. They've got 173,000, on hand already that they're using for employee staff. They've not even announced yet, and already they're spending that kind of money. They're gonna have to sell really hard for that. And I'm not seeing priorities. When I'm downtown, I expect a little commuter traffic because I'm downtown. Where I'm having trouble, if you ask most people where they're having trouble in transportation, I'm stuck on I-25. That's where I need help. I'm there, stuck near Colfax, for 30 minutes and can't move anywhere. I can walk, I can ride a bike downtown, I can do lots of things, take public transportation downtown. But if I'm on I-25, I can't move. That's where I want to spend money. And this legislature, they're going to be in the hole. Raising taxes, not good. Bond measure, not solving that.
Well, we already have Natasha and Boris. I guess that makes you Bullwinkle. Eric Sonderman, political consultant. I think we're saving Rocky for Justine. You've done plenty of campaigns. What do you think about this one?
I've done plenty of campaigns, and I've done bond campaigns in Denver in years long gone by. If I was a betting person, I'm with Natasha. She used the line of what bonds don't lose, or
Never die.
Never die, something to that effect. The line I've often used in Denver is among Denver voters, very liberal Denver voters, the more you tax yourself, the closer to God. And it's been a long time since a measure like this in Denver went down, and I would not anticipate that this measure goes down. That said, there is a discontent out there that is brewing and stewing. I don't know if it's under the surface or starting to bubble above the surface. We saw it in the last municipal elections in that upset where Tim O'Brien beat Chris Nevitt coming out of nowhere. We saw it in a few council races where pretty hard slow growth, anti-growth candidates won against more favored candidates. There is something that is bubbling out there and could bubble to the surface here, particularly per your question, in addition to stock show, in addition to DIA, et cetera. All that said, if I'm a betting person, which I'm not, it passes.
And Justine Sandoval, not Rocky, community activist. Do you see this bubbling up discontent might be a problem this fall?
No, as a third-generation Denverite, this is going to pass. I know, but this is falls in line with Denver values, with arts and culture, infrastructure, all of these things. What's irritating, I think, is the billion-dollar vanity project that they just voters approved for the Western Stock Show Complex area, when meanwhile our priority should have been this bond package. Now they're asking for another $1 billion, and I think a lot of people, especially people who have been in Denver a long time, are saying, where are our priorities? And as money and growth come into the city, who's benefiting from this, and who's not, who's getting left in the dust? People will approve this because it helps add to continue this beautiful city that we've continued to grow, but really who's going to benefit from this? And I think that's a question we need to ask.
And we will be over the next few weeks. That's all the time we have for CIO Postgame. Leave us a comment and tell us what you think. For everyone here at CPT12.org, I'm Patricia Calhoun. Thanks for watching.